guys, it's Marcus Maloney here of the Equity King with Equity Realty and Investments and EquityRealEstateBlog.com. I had a quick video I wanted to go over with you guys today. Like I said, I do talk to quite a bit of newbies and people that look to get started in wholesaling and real estate investing in general. And I just kind of compiled a quick list of some of the 6 common mistakes that people do when starting out in real estate investing and wholesaling specifically. So I just want to kind of take a few minutes and go over this, and hopefully this can be some interest to you, and hopefully you're not making these mistakes. So real quick, number one I see a lot of people make is they say, hey, I'll try this. It's a quick $5,000 to $10,000 a month additional income I can make if I can get out there and I can just do a few deals a month and try and get some things going. I can make some extra money. So that's one major mistake, you know. And then they say, hey, it's easy money. You know, you get out there, you either put out some bandit signs, send a few letters, and then put it up on Craigslist and sell your deal, and it's a done deal. Well, there's a lot more to it than that, and if you look at some of my prior videos, you'll see I go more in depth into the process and how everything works. So a lot of gurus try and tell you, hey, make a quick $5,000, you know, in the next 30 days. Well, it doesn't always work like that. You know, sometimes you may luck up, you may catch a deal, and you may get something real quick in 30 days. Other times, I know people it took 6, 8, 9 months before they can get their first deal. And do you have the perseverance and the tenacity to go through that term and not make a deal without, you know, feeling defeated and wanting to give up? Also, you know, it's no career path. You know, because they just want to jump in and try it out. Hey, let me see if this works. Let me see if this is something that I can do. They really don't put forth the full effort into it. So they try it, they send out some mail, put out some bandit signs. They don't get any response or anything like that, and then they give up. So that's mistake number one, is the philosophy of I'll just try this. Number 2 is ambition without aim. And these are the people that's similarly tied to I'll try this. Is they go to the workshop, they get excited, they're on fire, you know, they're ready to go out and take on the world, you know, as far as a real estate investor, but that flame sizzles, you know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks after the workshop, you know, after the rah-rah speech and everybody gets excited, you know, then that flame sizzles. So, you know, I've been in workshops, you know, to network, and they have 200-300 people there, you know, and everybody is on fire. They say what they want to do, and then they go back to their market, you know, and they get started, and then 30 days later, they're not doing anything. So, that ambition without aim, you know, definitely is a problem, and that flame sizzles. Then also, concept to completion. You know, they have the good concepts, you know, they know what they want to do, they know how they want to get it done, but then they don't actually bring everything to completion. And the reason why they fall here in this don't complete is because they face adversity. You know, the easiest way for this ambition person's flame to sizzle is one call with an unmotivated seller. When you get that call when a person say, you know, hey, I'm going to report you to the police, or hey, don't ever call me again, I'll never sell my house to you, you know, and some people just get rude and they just cuss you out and things like that. That can definitely make that flame sizzle, and that can definitely, you know, not bring you to completion in some of the things that you do. So these people right here, you know, again, they're excited, they're gun-ho, they're rah, but they don't bring everything to completion, you know. And then number 3 is the person don't have a plan. You know, they go out and they hear I can make $5,000 in 30 days, but they don't have a plan on how to do it. You know, yeah, they say, okay, I'll put out, you know, 30 bandit signs one weekend and I'll send 100 letters. that's not going to do it. You have to be consistent. The name of this game is really being consistent. And then you need to develop a business plan. That's the first thing people need to do, but don't want to do it because they're not taking it seriously. Again, it's not a career path for them. Only thing they're looking for is an easy $5,000 to $10,000 a month. But if this is something that you really want to do and you're really excited about doing it and you can see this, as a career path, you will develop a business plan, because that business plan is going to be your GPS on how to get where you want to go. Within your business plan, I wrote down a few things that you need. You need to know, what is my philosophy? Why am I doing this? Why do I want to invest? How do I want to invest? What areas do I want to invest in? What do I need to invest? What do I need to get started? Do I need, $500? Do I need $1,000? Do I need $5,000? Do I need $10,000? You have to make an assessment on what you need in order to get what you want. And then also, you have to set benchmarks. What am I going to do this 30 days? What all am I going to get accomplished in this 30 days? Then you work your way back, you backtrack, then you say, okay, what am I going to get done each week? Then what am I going to get done each day? And then what am I going to get done each hour? So again, people that's only looking at it as a get rich quick thing, they won't develop and they won't go through this process. So if you're really serious about being a real estate wholesaler, if you're really serious about getting into real estate, you need to develop that plan. Just a little background about me. I went and I got my master's degree in business, and one of the things that we had to do before graduation, we had to develop a 40 to 60 page business plan on the business that you want to work in or you want to develop, by the time you graduate. So naturally, I was excited about real estate, and I built out this business plan on real estate investing. And that was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and I still refer back to that business plan. Am I doing everything that I have in that business plan? Absolutely not. But am I doing the majority of the things that I wanted to do in that business plan? Yes, I am. So you use that business plan, as your GPS. And then in that business plan, you have to know, what's my goal? Again, why am I doing this? Am I doing this just to make money? If you're doing it just to make money, then that's a faulty goal. You need to have a reason. I want to be financially free. If you want to be financially free, what does financial freedom look like? What do you need to be financially free? Do you need to make, $20,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month? What does financial freedom look like to you? And what do you need in order to get there? So those are just a few things. And then, am I willing to sacrifice? Am I willing to give up some things in order to make this business plan happen? And that's where a lot of people fall short. They are not willing to sacrifice. Once they get hit one bump in the road, they're ready to give up. You're not only going to hit one bump in the road, but you're going to hit many bumps in the road. And then I'll explain to you later on down here how you can get over those bumps and get over those fears and still persevere and push forward. Number 4 is remaining an amateur, and that goes back to develop a business plan. If you notice, each one of these kind of refer back to the other one, and it creates a building block. And what do I mean by remaining an amateur is the word amateur, the root word for that in Hebrew is love. So what it says is amateurs only love to do what they want to do. So there is absolutely no discipline. So if you say, hey, I love putting out bandit signs, or I love talking to motivated sellers, or I love fielding incoming calls. Well, what are some of the things that you don't love to do? I don't love making cold calls. But making cold calls is something that you absolutely have to do in order to be successful. So what a professional does is he not only does what he loves to do, but he's disciplined enough to do what he don't love to do. or do what he don't like to do, which is making cold calls or door knocking or something like that. So don't remain an amateur. Continue to self-educate. Continue to find someone to help educate yourself. Find things on the computer, YouTube videos such as this. You know, there's many things out there that you can find to make sure you don't remain an amateur. Number 5, the fear of asking questions. Man, this was one of the big things that I had a problem with that I had to get over. You know, and basically what that was I was afraid to be vulnerable, basically. You know, I had this stigma, you know, okay, he has an MBA from such and such college, you know, he should know, you know, a lot of this stuff. But again, I was coming into an industry that I knew nothing about. So because of my pride and lack of humility, I wasn't asking the tough questions. I wasn't even asking the right questions. I would sit in meetings with millionaire wholesalers, millionaire investors, and wouldn't ask the questions that I needed to ask, and that was because I was too prideful. You know, but after I took, you know, an assessment and referred back to my business plan and knew that I needed to establish these relationships and I knew that I needed to learn this information, I was able to put myself in a position of vulnerability and say, hey, yeah, I may have the education, but you guys are doing it practically. You know, I know the theory, I know the science behind it, but you guys are actually doing it in practice. So I needed to make sure that I had the theory as well as the practice. So I had to get out there and I had to be vulnerable. I had to, you know, sit under people and watch people and listen to people and ask the tough questions. And I had to be, you know, understand that I was ignorant, you know, on a topic. You know, ignorance is a very harsh word, but it's basically stating that I'm either uninformed or misinformed about a topic. So the only way that you can become informed is by asking the tough questions and putting yourself in a position of vulnerability to say, I don't know, please help me. So remember, you can't have the fear of asking tough questions. You know, you have to be humble. You have to be willing to be vulnerable. You know, you have to get rid of this ignorance and ask the tough questions. And then lastly, you know, where people trip up and fall, they have goals, but they have no purpose. And again, that goes back to what I was saying about the business plan. If your goal is only to make, you know, $5,000 to $10,000 a month, why do you want to make $5,000 to $10,000 a month? Is it to sit on the beach, sip Mai Tais with beautiful girls all day? If that's your purpose, make sure you write it down. You know, if your purpose is to, you know, spend more time with the family and, you know, be able to go to all of your kids' basketball games, football games, volleyball games, and things like that, then make sure you write that purpose down. If your purpose is financial freedom and you want to retire in 5 or 6 years, then that's what you need to do. Don't do anything without passion, purpose, and a goal. You have to make sure you have those 3 things aligned up. So again, let's go back. Passion. You know, I'll try this. It's not a passionate statement. Your statement should be, hey, I want to be disciplined. I want to be a professional, you know, as a real estate wholesaler, as a real estate investor. And then finally, you know, purpose and goal. Why do you want to go through all of this in order to make it happen? So real quick, Marcus Maloney, the Equity King, just wanted to come back to you and go over some of the 6 common mistakes I see that newbie wholesalers fall into. Again, if you like this video, please like it. If you have any questions, comments, please comment below. And then also, please subscribe. We have other videos that are out about contracts 101, assignment contracts 101, how to do a good home inspection during your inspection period, what's the importance of the inspection period. So if you like this video, go to some of the other ones. And then also we have a lot of topics and videos at equityrealestateblog.com I'm Marcus Maloney, the Equity King. See you next time.